In the last class, we have studied levels of abstraction, view of data, data independence, data models, right? Now we will be shifting on database architecture or structure of database. Don't scared with the seeing structure of database. It is very easy to understand. Let me divide this total figure into three parts. First one is view level, second one is logical level, and third one is physical level, right? In the view level, as we know that it deals with views or types of users viewing, or how the view level will be seen to the user. You know, there will be many number of users. Example of types of users will be naive users, application programmers, sophisticated users, and database administrator. These are all types of users and they are having their own significance, right? We will be learning what are the types of users again. So in order to interact with database, that is with the logical part, they need to use any GUI components that we have learned earlier. So in order to interact with the database, perhaps this naive user will use any application interface. Application program again will use application programs. Sophisticated user use any query tools in order to get the data, and database administrator use administration tools to interact with data. Coming to the next level, this next level here, actually it is termed as logical level. What happens in this logical level, right? In this logical level, the main focus is on query processor. That means whatever the application or whatever the query that is being given by any type of the user, how it is being processed will be seen here. So here query or any interface or application part will be taken as a query processor. These are the steps that are involved by a query processor. So as we all know that some steps that while execution of C program will be done, like compilation, interpretation in Java program also. So the same steps will be followed here also. When we write an application program or when we interact with an application program, it uses compiler and linker. And when we use any query tools, it uses DML queries. And when we are using query tools or administration tools, it takes help of DML queries and DDL interpreter respectively, right? So once the compiler and linker they just join themselves, they transferred in the form of DML queries. Finally, query evaluation engine is an engine that processes all the queries, all the questions, or all the format that is taken by different types of users, and query evaluation engine will get the data from the physical storage of the database, right? So when query evaluation engine process the data that comes from the different parts of user, it directly don't interact with the database, but it interact with buffer manager, file manager, like authorization and interpretation manager, transaction manager respectively, in order to get the solutions or what is needed by a particular user. So each manager is having their own significance. Buffer manager will take care of where the space is located. If there any empty space is available, then buffer manager will intimate that there is a space at this particular block. File manager maintains the files, and authorization and integrity manager, it will check whether the data that is related asked by any user is authorized data or not, whether they can give the data to the particular user or not. And transaction manager checks all the transactions. Transaction manager will take care of all the transactions that is being performed. As I said that there will be a data is stored in the form of blocks. Here it so it uses data structures in order to store. You know what are the data structures? Stack or queue, linked list. So how data should be organized? It takes any of the form and stores the data. So it maintains data, indices, data dictionary, and statistical data. What is the statistical data? Statistical data is data about history. So what was the past history? Even in your many websites, you can go and browse history data. Data dictionary. What is data dictionary? Data dictionary is dictionary means you will get all the meanings. So data about data is known as data dictionary. Indices are used to have fast access. As I said that there will be a lot of amount of data. So by using some indices, you can access the data very fastly. Right. We have seen different types of users in structure of DBMS or structure of our architecture of database management system. So we will be focusing on database users. As I said that there are many types of users. First one is application programmers. They are computer professional who write application programs. That means they construct the programs by themselves. They don't depend upon anyone, and those programs are programmed or they can use by only those who have developed those programs. Next one is sophisticated users. They interact with the system without writing programs, just like in railway reservation system. Some if they want any query, or if there is any question, or if they want to take a ticket, they will just write, or they will find, they will search and get the information. So they are sophisticated users. In banking also, if we ask what is the bank balance, then they will write the query that is not understood to us. They can interact. So they are termed as sophisticated users. Next one is specialized user. They write specialized database application, but they does not fit into database processing framework. Just like application programmers, so who write information, or they develop the programs by themselves, but they won't be used by others. Naive users. By the name itself, naive users are new users. So they invoke one of the permanent application program that have been written previously. Once someone have developed, but these people will be using. So example, we are the naive users because when we go to ATM, we generally don't know, or we don't write any query, but whatever GUI or graphical user interaction will be there, we will see all the buttons and we will interact. So for that, no need of learning database. So naive users comes under us, that we are new users that only interact with database in an easy form. But coming to this sophisticated user, they need to write some query or program. Example, in railway reservation or banking, we don't sit there and we find out query. So once information we will be giving to them, then they will retrieve the information. Out of this, all the types of users, one main user is database administrator. He is very one most of the important person, and many questions in exam also. What are the duties that are performed by database administrator will be an important question for you people. So from the beginning to the end, database administrator plays main role. So he centralized, or he is heart of total data and programs. So his involvement through the first to last of the data will be there. So he control all the data and programs to access the data, and he give access to those people. Like student have only few access, faculty have only few access. So he will give the roles to some particular person. Principal can access all the departments. So as I said in the previous classes, that security is in the level way in database, right? So he coordinates all the activities of database, and he maintains good resources, and what information will be needed, he maintains all the information. And these are the important duties performed by an database administrator. We can also term as DBA. DBA stands for database administrator. Storage structure, he will check out what type of storage structure that we need to go according to the availability of the data, and what access methods that we need to define. he is a person who designs schema and physical organization, right? So schema, once we get the data, then we need to design first schema for that database. So he's a person who sit among all the other persons, and his part is also a main part in designing the schema. Just as we build a house, so for that a blueprint is needed. In the same way, in order to design a database, first a schema is needed, right? And physical organization modification. So if there is any changes in the storage, or any changes should be done in physical level, so his part, he plays a major role. And as I said that security is in the level based manner. So he's a person who grant users authority to access the database, and he's a person who is used for backupping the data. So there will be many types of backup: 1 week backup, or 1 month, or 1 year, or online backup available. So whatever the data that is present online, duplicate copy is available, and we can he can select a place or a storage area where backup can be maintained. And his duty is to monitor performance, and whatever changes comes, he need to respond immediately. Physical changes or technical changes issues come, right? And periodically backupping the database either on tapes or remote server. So database have large amount of data, so either data can be stored in the form of tapes. Why they use tapes means it is less tampered, and it is robust for all types of climates, so we use tapes. And we can go for remote servers like Google or Amazon, Flipkart offices. They have remote servers also, in order to maintain large amount of data.